Hello. So our last session of the day is an admin's guide to server and data center mobile apps presented by Isha Mehta. Fun fact, outside of work, Isha is an Instagram influencer, foodie, and an avid reader. You can follow her adventures at @CoolBeansLife. Now I'll hand it over.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me fine? Yes, we're all good? Awesome. Hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me this afternoon. My name is Isha, and I'm a product manager at Atlassian. Before I begin, I want to see a show of hands. Who here uses mobile apps for work, such as email or Duo or VPN? Awesome. That's almost all of us. Wow. Me too. Mobiles have become a crucial and increasingly important aspect of our work. And that's because work doesn't just happen at our desk. In these times, we need the flexibility beyond the confines of our office and desktop in order to move our work forward. And that's why we've built mobile apps for server and data center. They empower your team to advance your work forward with immediate feedback and stay on top of your team's progress from anywhere your mobile takes you. This talk is primarily about server and data center mobile apps, but all of the features that I'll be showing you are also available in cloud. So, with that in mind today, I'll be running you through 3 ways in which you can get work done anytime, anywhere with the Confluence mobile app. I'll then be going through a 3-step guide for our admins so you can get set up with mobile in your own organizations. And finally, I'll be giving you a preview of our Jira mobile app and a chance to sign up for our beta. Let's get started and jump straight into our Confluence mobile app. Confluence Mobile is jam-packed with all the awesome Confluence features that help you stay on top of your team's progress and advance your work forward. All the screens that I'll be showing you today are in iOS, but the app is available in Android as well. And note that some features that are available in iOS won't be exactly the same as they would be in Android. Great teams move fast, and in order to move fast, you need to stay informed. Push notifications connect you to your most important work. You'll get instantly notified for shares, mentions, comments on your content, and anytime a task has been assigned to you. This means that you don't miss anything, no matter where you are. Now, let's say you only want to be notified for all the mentions that you have on a page, but not all the likes that you're getting on your latest planning page. You can do this by personalizing the notifications that you have on your app, so you can only receive what's important to you. You can choose to receive notifications for all activity on your content, just activity for you, none at all, or a custom, where you can select exactly what you want to be notified about or what you don't want to be notified about. Shares, mentions, tasks, comments, likes. Being able to select and customize exactly what you want to be notified about means that you get the right level of information at the right time. Secondly, with Confluence Mobile, you can expedite the feedback loop, keep conversations moving, and by contributing as quickly as possible, and collaborate on the go, no matter where you are. Now, you can edit existing content based on the current formatting of the page. And when you create a page, you can use our simple editor to enter text with basic formatting. And while you're there, you can restrict the page access to either yourself or you can make it available to others. You can also collaborate with your team by providing feedback on any page. Using comments and likes in Confluence, you're able to have meaningful conversations, provide feedback, and reach decisions faster, without the need for meetings. You can also collaborate with your team by sharing pages, watching content, or saving content, or anything that catches your eye, so you can always be on top of updates and comments. And finally, with the Confluence mobile app, it's easier than ever to get back to your work fast. Get to the content that you need: team meeting notes, product requirements, project plans, as soon as you need it. The Recent Work Help tab helps you find content that you've recently viewed, worked on, or saved. This not only makes it easy to jump right back into the work that you were working on, but helps make the transition between desktop and mobile seamless. You can always be up to date. And lastly, you can get back to your work fast with the power of search. You can search across Confluence or a specific space for the content that you're looking for. And you can filter this search by space and view your recently searched as well as recently found pages. So whether you're on site with a customer or at the airport, you can always find the content that you need. That was a quick overview of what the app does. If you want to learn more, I did a demo of the app earlier today in Theater A, and I'll be running it again tomorrow. So if you want to dig deeper into the capabilities of our server and data center mobile apps, come join me there tomorrow. At this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, this is awesome. How do I get started? Well, we'll now go through a 3-step guide for admins so you can get set up with mobile in your own organization in no time. The first step is to know your requirements. In order for your users to try the Confluence mobile app, you will need to upgrade your Confluence site to Confluence version 6.8 and above. If you're running on earlier versions of Confluence, there's now more of a reason to start planning your upgrade. Ooh. The app is available for users on iOS and Android, but users will need to meet some device requirements in order to use the app. Android users will need to be on Android 4.4 or KitKat, and iOS users can use the app on iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch on iOS 11 and above. You'll also need to think about some network considerations. In the latest versions of our iOS and Android apps, you can connect to the app either using HTTP or HTTPS. Consider which one you'll be using in your own organization and ensure that you communicate this with your users. While you can log in with HTTP, in most circumstances, we would recommend connecting with HTTPS in order to get a secure connection. However, if for any reason you decide to use HTTP, it is still supported. Note that if you are using HTTP, there is a chance that you may not be able to connect to your existing Confluence server due to the inability to get a secure connection. That's why we recommend using HTTP wherever possible. The second consideration is certificates. Ideally, we would recommend that your certificate is from a trusted certificate authority. However, if your Confluence site uses a self-signed certificate, users may still be able to use the app by manually installing your certificate onto their mobile device. If the certificate authority that you're using is not trusted by iOS and Android, for example, it might be a new certificate authority that is not yet trusted, or from a private certificate authority, then you may run into errors. So opt in to using a trusted certificate authority wherever possible. For any more information on Confluence requirements, network considerations, or device requirements, you can find detailed articles on confluence.atlassian.com. We're trying to keep these requirements similar or the same when we do launch Jira Mobile so that they can be a consistent experience across both products and less manual overhead for our admins when setting up mobile in your organizations. Once you've met the requirements and thought about the network considerations, get started and invite your team. Users don't need any additional permissions to use the app. You just have to let them know where to download it and how to log in. We've made this easy with an email template that we've built and provide. You can find it online. You can use this email template to let your users know that Confluence Mobile is available in your organization. It has links to both the Android and iOS download links and more information about device requirements for your users. You can customize this template with your Confluence URL and any other information that your users will need, such as VPN or self-signed certificates. We've introduced an improved login experience that's only for our self-hosted customers. The mobile app supports all Confluence user management configurations, including external user directories and SAML single sign-on. Note that users will still need to log into the app to access it, even if your site allows for anonymous access. And finally, if your Confluence site is not available publicly on the internet, users will need to connect their device to your network or a virtual private network, VPN, in order to access the app. We recommend providing your users with detailed instructions on how to connect to your VPN when you tell them that the app is available in your organization, as this isn't something that Atlassian support will be able to help you out with. And finally, remember your admin powers. Lucky for you, Confluence Mobile is enabled by default in any supported Confluence version, so you don't need to do anything to get started. If you are having trouble with it, however, reach out to our friendly support team, and they'll be able to help you out. But as a last resort, you can disable mobile on your device, on your Confluence site, on an instance level. We've kept your privacy and security in mind and adapted the push notification message, so users get a shorter version when not connected to your network, if your site isn't publicly accessible. Alternatively, if you do have concerns, you can disable push notifications for your entire instance. Speaking of security, rest assured that we don't actually send through any information when sending through push notifications. We use IDs so that your data is secure. And finally, the mobile app will respect your instance-level analytics configurations. What this means is that if on your Confluence site you've opted in to not providing us analytics, the mobile app will also not capture any analytics. But on the other hand, if you have opted into giving us analytics, the mobile app will also respect that and give us analytics. You can find all the information that I talked about today online on confluence.atlassian.com. If you do have any more questions, feel free to talk to me after or find me at the Confluence booth. Remember that when you are using the app, to give us feedback, either through the Settings tab or shake to feedback on the actual app to get to the page quicker. Your feedback is crucial to us in helping us build better mobile apps. And now I am excited to announce that we're actually working on our Jira Server and Data Center mobile app. Let me share with you some of the ways that you can get work done with our Jira mobile app. With the Jira mobile app, you'll be able to track what's important to you with visibility across projects and teams. You can ensure everything is on track, check the status of a particular issue, or review a project, all before you get back to your desk. Secondly, you'll be able to progress work forward. We'll be adding the ability to create, assign, and prioritize issues directly from your phone. Whether it's a bug that you forgot to log or an idea you want to capture when you're out and about, like at Summit, creating new to-dos will be as easy as reaching into your pocket. And finally, just like Confluence Mobile, you can join the conversation from anywhere. In the event that there's an action for you, the app will notify you and allow you to quickly jump in and easily respond to a question or leave feedback or a comment. You can even mention other team members, pulling in anyone that's relevant to the conversation. Jumping to ensure that work on a particular issue continues means that there's no blocked issues, and therefore no missed deadlines. If you want to be the first to know when we launch our beta for the Jira Server and Data Center mobile app, you can do this on this link above. Alternatively, you can go to the Jira Software booth or the Jira Core booth to sign up. Thank you so much again for joining me today. All the features that I've showed you from Confluence Mobile today are available on the App Store and the Play Store. And please remember to give us feedback. If you are a cloud customer, we do have mobile apps for Jira and Confluence out now. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, lots.
Hi, thank you, and finally, yes, we've been using the Confluence app already since it started, and it's great. Questions are you going to support attachments, like sending pictures from the phone, and to what degree can you support add-ons or macros?
Right. So to answer the first question, by attachments, do you mean the ability to add attachments to pages? Yes, we are going to eventually support that. The second question around add-ons is we do have a lot of add-ons on our marketplace right now. Obviously, we can't support all of them, but I'd love to chat to you after to understand what apps are really important to you to get worked on the go. And yeah, we are looking into it right now.
Hi, 2 quick questions. Do you have the timing for the Jira?
I wish I could tell you the timing, but we don't have a timing. The team is working hard to ship it soon, but please make sure you sign up to our beta so you can try it out with us and give us feedback so we can ship even quicker.
Great. And what about Service Desk?
That's not something that we're looking at now, but it's not something that we're not considering in the future. So I'd love to talk to you more about why you would need Service Desk and how it would help you.
Sure. Well, all the agents, really, they're all mobile. So in fact, they probably need it even more than a lot of my other users. So love to discuss it so you get it on your roadmap.
I would love to discuss that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
One more question. Sorry, we're running out of time.
Hello, very quick question about Jira mobile app. About security, you have told that you can set up security on an instance level, but will it be possible to set up it on project level? So some projects are accessible via mobile and some are not, as an example.
So is the question that on the mobile app, will we be able to restrict some spaces and pages and projects?
If you, for example, want to give users a possibility to connect via mobile app for some projects, but we do not want them to have mobile app access to another project.
Currently, I don't think we can do that, but I'd love to chat to you more about that after, if that's okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Isha. Make sure to take the survey in the Summit mobile app to let us know how she did. I believe the sponsored booth crawl has started upstairs in the expo hall, so make sure to drop by and have some food and drinks. Otherwise, that concludes tonight's content, and tomorrow morning's collaboration and tools track will commence at 10:30 a.m. after the keynote. Thanks.